Good morning, guys. Hope you're all well. This is the first of um, June 2025. It's just a quick review of last week's price action and also seeing what next week price what will happen, well, what I expect or will happen. So I hope you enjoy. So the week started as bull from here. All this was all this mark was marked beforehand from my Telegram group. So those of you who have not joined my Telegram group, more than welcome to join my Telegram group. As you can see, I mark my zone beforehand on a daily basis as live chart. I normally do what you call YouTube lives as well. But this week I had a break. What the week just gone had a break due to being half term and whatnot. I'm busy with the family. But hopefully next week going forward, I'll be going back on that, doing a YouTube live trading. Most likely in New York session. But that's the only time I get to spend a chart. Otherwise, I'm busy with live. But yeah, not much time spent a week this week due to being, like I said, a bit busy with family and whatnot. But yeah, so you can see all this YouTube up to Telegram group explain. Well, I'm going to explain now why I marked the zone. This zone here and this zone beforehand, and then yeah, we go from there. Okay, so basically the week started with this candle here. Let's get rid of that. So we start last week with the week being a bullish bias through this breakout here, and then once the week start also as a bullish too. You can look here. That's when this line come down. That's a new week. That's last week. So when we opened on Sunday, Monday, you saw that daily is bullish. Also 4 hours bullish. 4 hours bullish. The only time frame that was bearish was the H1, because the H1 closed as a bearish H1 breakout. Those who know and join my group long enough and watch the YouTube channel, sorry, know that my concept is BPE, breakout, pullback, confirmation entry. So this here is a 1 hour to the downside, which is a pullback to the 4 hour, because the 4 hour was bullish, right? So once you got that, we can start marking our roadblock, right? So and once you got that, we know our trading range will be between from here to here. Oh, look, this is a 4 hour bullish and it's 1 hour bearish, but that's our trading range for now. For the CMP that the week starts off with. So what I do from there, once I know that's my bearish, I mark my roadblock. When price this will be my first roadblock. SNI zone. This will be my second roadblock. This would have been here first. That zone was because of H4. I'll explain that later. And then this will be my third roadblock. Right. So once that happens, I can obviously look for, well, not quite look for sell yet, because you have to understand there's certain rules and regulation that has to meet, criteria that have to meet for it to give me a what you call a buy or sell setup, or basically a setup. So we know that hit this level and then come down, and this level will start at 2 o'clock. So that is when New York come in. I know that the New York big boys want to hold this level. So when price come back there, if we look at a lower time frame, it will show us that why this level is stronger. And on this time frame itself, it break a few levels, break that level, break that level. Of course, this to be an EF in terms of engulfing. So once price get there and give me a 1 hour break, I'm thinking, okay, let's look at lower time frame to see what setup I can do. And then as the night come more, it gives you another 1 hour break. So in terms of reading price action, this for me now, in my mind now, price can be start selling. So I can look for low time frame sell to come down here. And then when they come to the roadblock, obviously when price hit the roadblock, that's kind of like your TP zone. So you wouldn't want to continue trading if price hit your TP right. So you probably wait to see what price does. And if price gives you an M30, you can have a high risk setup, right? But that will depend. Then once price come down here, as you see price move down, H4 might do a bearish break, which it did. So now what we've got is a daily buy breakout, H4 bear breakout, right? So now this is a phase 2, right? And what I need for setup is basically a whole full cycle complete, and then lower time frame setup. So that's phase 2, phase 3, a cycle complete, and then lower time frame setup. So basically I've got two cycle complete. Got 2 cycle complete. One cycle here and then one cycle here, and also I'm trading in the direction of H4 buy, H1 buy, and whatever low time frame. So 3 time frame is in line with each other. So that's the kind of setup that I tend to go for, usually look for. So when we price come here and it gives us an M30 breakout, that's not enough. The lowest time frame would be, for me, would be H1. That's high risk. So basically that's the daily buy, H4 bear, and then H1 buy. So that's high risk setup because this is 2 time frame lower than this. If you don't know what I mean, just watch more of my YouTube channel, then you explain it. And those who been in the group with me for a while now should understand that. So when you have this M30 break to the upside, here, that's not quite yet. You have to wait for H1 at least because the daily is a bullish break, the H4 is a bearish break. So we have to be here. Then from there on, you can go for a low time frame setup. Only after that, you can go for a low time frame setup. What do I mean by that? Okay, I'll show you. So now what we've got now is this daily buy H4 bear, H4 bear, H1 bullish break at a low block. So that's one cycle. So what price did here, this H1 bullish break here was at this roadblock, SNN level. So I had a bullish break, right? No, here, down here, sorry. This bullish break, if it's H4's bear, a roadblock will be what? Bear, a roadblock with H4 higher, so that's the roadblock right here. That's what I call hidden base. It's basically, in terms of supply and demand, you got rally, base, rally. So once you get there, and then that's the roadblock here, which is stand for here, and this is the H1 buy breakout. So now you watch for low time frame setup to give you this, to give you some sorts of a pullback and then confirmation. So you have basically 3 time frame on a buy setup. So once this candle close here, that's a H1 breakout. We look for low time frame setup. Start with M5, because obviously price move from lowest to highest. Have we got a buy breakout? We have a bearish breakout here. No, we had a bearish breakout here first. Confirmation. This confirmation break the CF. So this is a bit more advanced. Once that happens, you either wait for another low time frame setup or a new confirmation, and that did not happen to here. That's a new breakout, new confirmation. So the range that caused the breakout was in here. I normally enter on a candle close on M5, M1 anyway because the stop loss is not as much. So that's this run. This run here is the actual. No, sorry, not that one. What am I doing? Yeah. This run here is actual breakout because it's a breakout this level here. So that's a new confirmation. So in here, I look for some sort of confirmation, and if it's not big enough, the stop loss not big enough, I enter the candle close, and the stop loss will be below the low of this start of the run, just a couple pips below it, right there. And as you see, if I now hit a stop loss and give us TP, whether it's 2 to 1, whether I normally go for 2 to 1 or normally look for fresh level for TP in this sense. This will be a H1 level or H1 origin of breakout, which is here, because we trade the H1 kind of setup, or the big picture is the H1 setup. As you can see, there's a couple more price setup along the way. If you know your price action, if price hasn't reached the target yet, and you know, in your mind, if price thinking all there will be another setup there. So when there will be another setup, and obviously when price get here, you think twice about buying and selling again, because this is actually your roadblock, right? The engulfing is your roadblock, right? So obviously your TP, you wouldn't want to trade where you take your TP off. What's the point? It don't make sense. So yeah. So my price scare, you just watch what happened, and obviously price give you a base break. So now if you trade on 1 hour, what you got? Now the new cycle will be H4 sell, H1 buy, and H1 sell at the origin too, right? Sell, yeah, because you look at H4. It's quite simple, as in like the not as hard in terms of fan direction, because it's all about breakout. So H4 bears break here, and then price come down to you a H1 bullish break. Where's it? A bullish break here, and then bearish break. So you got this cycle. Then all you do is look for low time frame setup. You know. So once you got a confirmation, this candle's the one that closed or below it. They look for low time frames. We got M5. Where is it at? Yeah. You go on M5 and you check M5 pullback. There'll be a confirmation to here. But while price going up, you want to check on higher time frame, see if there's any higher time frame pullback, right? So when the confirmation is here, is that valid? Well, you have to check, right? It's at M15. M15 a bullish break, yes. So the M5 is going to be a high risk. Let's see M30. M30 did a bullish break, so that's M5 setup is not valid, because the lowest you will need is M15. So right now you got H1 to base breakout. Originally was M5, but then M30 price continued up, so M30 breakout. So you need at least M15 for high risk here, or M30 for low risk. So that M5's confirmation is invalid now. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. It should make sense to those who joined the group for a while now or watch the YouTube channel, and those who don't, just watch more of the YouTube channel, they understand it. So now that M5 break is invalid. So what you want to do is get rid of that, go to M15 for low risk, which is here, and then probably M30. Because I believe at the time M30 also break to the downside too, which is there. So you got a low risk, then you look for pullback, some kind of entry. Close it up, please. So, obviously, don't look like price come back in your entry there. But as price come down, do your entry there, and then again, up to stop block and do roadblock. You wouldn't want to trade there, and you look for new kind of setup as if H1 break to upside. I think so that's it. So that's what I do. I follow the H1 and H4 kind of direction, and just trade from there. So okay, let's continue talking about what price does. So as you see, price continue to break to the downside, and it basically does a high low kind of thing. And you look at it like, look. So now price still within this range, hasn't break to upside yet. So this is where we're at. So this is the range that we're still playing with. In terms of this time frame, high low. Oh, sorry, low high. Sorry, because it's a sell. So I hope that explained last week's price action. Well, today anyway. So we continue looking. I think we had a daily break to the downside. I think it was Wednesday, Thursday. Let's have a look. Or probably be Tuesday. Okay, so as price moves down further, Let's give it a some of this. As price moves down more, we got a daily to the downside right on Wednesday. So when Wednesday closed, Thursday we had a daily bear breakout. So at the moment, so now CMP is weekly buy, daily bear, right? That's that. And then Thursday comes, we had pullback on Thursday, H4, and then H1 break to the downside here. So now we've got high risk, right? We got weekly buy, daily bear, H4 buy, H1 sell. Alright, so this time frame, high risk here, but then when this one H1 break to the downside, I played H1, H4, right? I'm using this cycle, I'm playing this cycle now. So you got high risk cycle, and then when price did another breakout after rejecting the pullback zone, what I call VR zone, or what we call VR zone. This is by the way the teacher Barney. He's my mentor, a game changer for me. So big up to him. All this is terms and terminology from Barney. So yeah, so once price break to the downside here, in my head, this is going to be a bearish break. I mean bearish break. Yeah, it is a bearish break. It's going to be price for me. It's going to start dropping now in terms of reading price action. So I just mark my roll block, which is H1 bear, roll block here, but then as price coming in further, we had a H4 breakout here. So now my roll block will be down here on the H4 level, like this one here. This is a nice area because the wick on both sides is similar sizes, similar length. So that to me is a strong zone. Just to collect data. And again, watch my YouTube channel about how to mark zone. That explains how I mark certain zone in terms of supply and demand, or T2, T3, or overlapping flip, things like that. Just the stuff I learned from other mentors along the journey, and I just put it all together. Yeah, so that's the price action last week. Basically from this low break, H4 break to the downside, I expect to sell, and obviously prices going higher, low, high, low, 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 high, low, low. So going forward, what I'm expecting next week, let's have a look properly. Okay, so now if we're looking at price action, weekly buy with a daily pullback here, and then H4 to the upside. Not solid breakout, let's do a breakout, and then H4 confirmation. Understand that this confirmation is still inside this VR zone. That's the break to upside. So what you got now is this. You got a daily bear, H4 buy, and then H4 sell. So daily breakout, pullback confirmation, but this confirmation is inside this here, so be careful price. You know, I'm selling at the moment, but price can turn around because we're still inside the zone. We haven't hit the zone yet. So, but in terms of H1, we had a pullback, and a confirmation. So we have two time frame, two cycles completed, right? So now after that H4, we had H1 buy and H1 sell. That's two time frame confirmation. So I'm looking for sell at least for now, and I expect price to come down further. But right now, if H4 does a buy breakout, then it's going to be a weekly. Sorry, where's it gone? It would be like this: weekly buy, daily sell, and H4 high risk buy, and I can continue buying with a monthly, weekly, H4 buy, and then if that buy continues, the daily return buy. So we look at the H4 zone. If we break this zone, this level, sorry, then that H4 will be buy, and if we break this level, that will be the daily buy, and that would be complete the weekly low risk cycle. So yeah, for now, just I'm looking for buy at least until H1 or H4 turn, and in the one candle you can do that. One candle can do that in H4, and then we become bullish. So it's all about CMP with BPE, but and let's just understand how the cycle works, how the setup works, and how the confirmation works. Okay, so I think that's about it. And yeah, again, those who haven't joined my group, just join my group, because we do mark daily, and I don't give signal, but what I do mark my zone and say that, look, most of my zone do play out nicely, as you see. My river over block zone, my area marking zone, things like that. So yes, so even though there's no signal, I won't directly say you buy here, sell here, but you know where to buy, sell. You've been here long enough, you know that my zone does do a good reaction. Like here you have all my zone, you have reaction from here on that, but that's probably over 200 pips, 50 pips at least, things like that. All my zone mark, and I've explained my setup. Like I would draw this markings and why is this a buy, why is this a sell, things like that. Look, so it can be a learning, and I tell you the daily narrative, the storyline, and well, not storyline, more like direction. I don't use storyline. My direction is all about breakout. So yeah, if you haven't already, please join the group, and maybe we can help you. And also subscribe on my YouTube channel so you can get notification for when I do go live, mainly in the New York session. I think that's about it. I don't know what else can I say about it. No, nothing else. So go on this week, hopefully I'll be doing more live, and yeah, so hopefully I'll see you next week. Have a good ending to the weekend, and inshallah we'll see you next week for live trading. Take care.